I'm Symphony Privet. Thank you for joining us here on Featured. We hope to inspire or simply make you smile with uplifting stories across the country. Let's start things off in Colorado now for one of the largest women's mountain biking festivals in the world. Jaliza Irizarry shows us how it is far more than just fun for those who attend. It is helping open doors into a sport where many have long felt like outsiders.
Smile. In a western Colorado sandbox. Woo! Hundreds of women play, showing bikes aren't just for the boys.
Oh my God, high vibes. Everybody's having a great time, riding bikes, talking to people.
This is Rome Fest.
I'm one of the OG Romy homies.
A femme-focused mountain bike festival showcasing every side of the extreme sport.
This is so fun.
Including all the ways women capture it.
I kind of got it.
Woo! The only thing still about Lynette Messina is her photography. Sabrina GLaDOS and her calm demeanor prefer video. Two different people, two different perspectives, all for one program.
Any of those sports that are traditionally dominated by male photographers. And the ratio is pretty skewed in this one. It's about 10 to 15% women who shoot action sports compared to male photographers.
I'm assuming that they're going to session a section because that hill is really bitchy.
Ann Keller leads the Rome Media Corps, a project that pairs action sports photographers with a mentor.
That's nice.
To network, learn, and photograph Rome Fest.
There's some pre-work leading up to it, and then they spend this weekend together executing shoots for various brands that they're partnered with.
An important pillar for festivals like this.
For Sabrina, it means more.
It does.
It's not only a shot to shoot for a big brand, it's a chance to work without worry.
There can be a sense of discomfort when people clock you as like not being part of the traditional demographic, and that also becomes a safety thing. Being able to be in spaces like this, that's just one less thing to worry about. I actually just get to enjoy being in community and doing the sport and doing the activity without thinking of all of the other what ifs that I might in other adventure spaces if I were by myself or maybe just with a couple of friends.
Yeah, and there's a nice silhouette action and dust.
Lynette knows being in a space like this is a privilege.
I'm happy to be here with women who, have gone through the hustle of working in this industry that is not predominantly people that look like me. I like that, I'm welcomed here being, an older woman. I'm not that old, but I never stopped what I love to do.
No one is ever too old to take pictures or play.
Holy, not today, Rock, not today.
This weekend isn't just filled with women empowerment.
How you doing, Lynette?
It's covered in dirt and determination to have it all.
Like Sabrina's killing it.
Well, that's fun.
For these pros, this ride is just getting started.
I absolutely love all the work that goes into being in these spaces.
When a bunch of women can get together, it's pretty powerful.
That was Jaliza Irizarry reporting. Well, you know the saying, put your money where your mouth is. Well, one Colorado runner is proving it using her feet. Rachel Krause shows us her 2,000-mile journey and how it is inspiring women and girls.
2,000 miles in 90 days. That's about 23 miles a day for 90 days. It's always going to hurt at some level, but it's about what you choose to do with that.
For so long, Susan Bryden's feet felt more comfortable on close-by trails. This kind of exercise used to be her punchline.
I always hated running, and I always said I would not run unless a T-Rex was chasing me down the road. But I came to love running. I've run several hundreds, a couple of 200s, and now this 2,000-mile adventure.
Now she's setting a new race for herself, running across the Midwest.
My family thinks it's amazing and crazy.
Susan's perseverance pushed her to new heights. Dreams dreams, she hopes to drive into every mile and into girls and young women she meets.
What I'd like to do is take that message back into the Midwest and areas like the ones where I grew up and really talk about that running journey and share how I tackled those big, audacious running goals.
So Susan and her husband Andrew hit the road.
Bye. See you in 90 days.
Picking up the American Discovery Trail in Cincinnati.
I do have fields next to me, but not much going on, as you can see.
The run moves fast, the miles slow.
I'm about 120 miles outside of Kansas City.
Some stretches fly by, others are punishing.
It was deep, dense forest trail.
We caught up with Susan in Kansas, more than 1,000 miles in.
It was no joke. I would step forward and mud would go up to my kneecap. That about did me in.
Every step, an opportunity.
By running across the Midwest, show by example that it is amazing what the human body will do.
Rest breaks allowing her the chance to meet with young girls and women through Girls on the Run, a nonprofit encouraging girls to push the boundaries of their potential while helping them get outside and active. By day 67, a welcome sign sprouts off the highway, driving Susan forward.
Yeah, Colorado! Whoop, whoop.
The vast landscape unlocking why Susan laced up her sneakers and started out the door.
My impetus for running was my husband Andrew, when he got his second cancer diagnosis. He said, when I get done with this radiation, I'm gonna run a half marathon. I was blown away by that, so I said, well, I'll run my first 5K the same day.
After seeing her husband push past all limits, she questioned her own.
And I thought, you know, I've been underestimating what I'm actually capable of, I think.
Grit that carries her forward on her final few hundred miles.
All right, you ready to get your last quarter of a mile? Let's do it. Hello?
84 days after taking off, Susan's feet carried her home.
We're just amazed by what she's done here, and that we hope other little girls watching see what she can do and know that they can do whatever they set their mind to as well.
We're proud of her.
Congratulations.
Oh, stop to watch. Oh my gosh, thank you.
So proud of you and so
Oh my
impressed by you.
Star power activated. Everywhere I went and every group of people I talked to seemed to get something out of what I was doing.
The finish line, a welcome perk. For Susan, the goal is in the growth made every day of her journey.
Oh, absolutely. Of course it was worth it.
In Denver, Rachel Krause.
All right, let's head over to Texas now, home to some of the best barbecue in the country. Now, if you are from the Carolinas, Memphis, or Kansas City, do not send me your hate mail. We said some. All right, now they are known for their slow smoked brisket, and it's just about at every corner there. But one restaurant owner isn't just feeding hungry customers. As Sean Giggy tells us, he is stepping up to support other barbecue businesses that are facing medical hardships.
So all these briskets are for the...
Few places make barbecue as good as Zavala's barbecue in Grand Prairie.
Are we doing any pre-orders today, or are they already done?
But what really gets people talking, and what no other pitmaster has ever been able to replicate, is Zavala himself.
I feel like if there was a list of nice guys in barbecue, I feel like Joe Zavala would be #1.
He's always putting other people first, and that's just the type of guy that Joe is.
In Texas barbecue, Joe Zavala is highly respected.
I didn't know people looked up to me.
But his rise began with a fall. About 6 years ago, during dinner, Joe's 6-year-old son, Jose, started choking. In a rush to help him, Joe fell, injured his shoulder pretty badly. So a few days later, he went to the doctor to get it checked out.
He looks at me and is like, "You have cancer." I said, "What the F did you say?" "You have cancer." I'm like, "No, I have a torn rotator cuff. I don't have cancer." Like, I'm just like, my life has changed forever. Am I gonna die?
You doing okay?
Joe was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, a rare blood cancer.
What you're doing is pretty amazing.
Once a month, he comes to Baylor Scott and White in Dallas for treatment.
Do the same thing over and over and over again.
Thankfully, Joe is in remission and now on a mission.
I was like, we want to do something for good.
After his diagnosis, Joe and his wife, Kristen, created a nonprofit, the Zavala Family Foundation, to help people in the restaurant industry affected by cancer. Through an annual fundraiser called Zavala's Bash, Joe and his team have raised thousands just so they can give it all away.
Yeah, I didn't even know him. He just wrote a check and handed it to me. He's a saint, for doing this.
Joe says that's what matters most.
Appreciate y'all coming out so much.
Not recognition, not beating cancer. Rather, knowing that serving great barbecue opens a door to serving people.
I just want to make sure that Jose is like, man, my dad was pretty good. That's ultimately what I want.
Those who know him best,
Dad was pretty good,
can attest Joe Zavala is definitely good.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
In Grand Prairie, I'm Sean Giggy.
Actually,
we have more for you straight ahead on Featured. Here's a quick look at what you can expect, the story behind this emotional embrace. We listened to a frantic 911 call and meet a dispatcher who stayed calm during a crisis. Plus, she was given up for adoption in Germany, how her journey to identity led her to America. And a little bit later, pencil, paper, and a fresh perspective. We watch how everyday people turn their city into art. .911 dispatchers are using the unsung heroes we rarely see, but one Texas family recently learned just how vital their work can be. Michael Corrier shares how an emergency call turned into a life-saving moment they will never forget.
Hayes County 911, do you need police, fire, or EMS?
It started with a 911 phone call. A woman in Kyle who found her 35-year-old husband in trouble.
Hi, my husband's not breathing. Okay, what's the His lips are blue. No, he was sleeping and he woke up.
He woke up and then he stopped breathing?
Yes. His lips are blue. Please help me.
Dispatcher Dunn quickly recognized the urgency.
I want you to lay him flat on his back on the ground, not on the bed, and remove anything from under his head.
We can do this.
You can do this, Sindel. Just focus on getting him moved a little bit at a time.
Dunn then calmly walked the caller through CPR until paramedics arrived.
We're going to pump the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second and 2 inches deep. I'm going to count out loud and you count with me so that we're doing it at the right speed, okay? Count with me, Sindel. 1, 2, 3,
4.
A little faster.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's perfect. Keep going.
EMS arrived within 7 minutes.
They're here.
Okay, Sindel, you did a great job. They're going to help him from here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
The man was rushed to the hospital, where he spent 17 days recovering and survived.
To find out that good of an outcome came out of me doing a simple task that I come here to do every night was amazing.
2 months later, Dunn met the man and his wife in person, surrounded by the first responders and hospital staff who helped save his life.
It was huge to be able to meet them, and she was so grateful, and to meet the family and the person that I actually saved was huge. It was kind of a reminder of I have the opportunity because of this job to make a difference in people's lives.
Dunn says her calmness came from training and a strong support system among dispatchers who handle crisis calls daily.
Something we're taught is to not make the caller's emergency your emergency, and just remember you're a professional and you're there to help.
That was Michael Corrier reporting. For decades, a German orphan longed to know who her father was. And after almost 80 years, her search led her to North Carolina and to a family she never knew existed. Manning Franks explains.
60 years of marriage and a life built together.
It is strong, yeah. He makes strong coffee.
Walter and Ilka Weber have made the American dream their own. But for Ilka, that journey began in war-torn Germany.
In September of 44, Darmstadt was bombed from the English, and they lost 14,000 people in one night.
Her mother, a young German woman, left her newborn daughter in an orphanage, unsure how to survive. Ilka grew up in poverty, found love in Walter, and moved to North Carolina in 1981. But one question never left her. Who was her father?
I did so much to find my father, you don't believe. And now I'm almost 80 years old. Everything falls into places.
She knew only that he was an American soldier stationed in Germany. For decades, letters and archives led nowhere until 2013. With the rise in DNA.
So I got an email once that there was a first cousin, and his name was Michael Carroll.
While sadly Michael had passed, that email led her to Roxanne Carroll, the widow of that first cousin.
My son stopped in one afternoon and I said, I got this call on the phone. I'll have you listen to the message. He says, Mom, I got this lady calling my office twice, leaving messages. I said, well, I'm thinking there's a real connection here. I'm going to call her back.
Their call changed both of their lives.
It was shocking because, of course, this uncle was a confirmed bachelor when my husband was a young child. He married much later in life and had no children of his own.
Her father was Captain John Charles Potninchuk, a Silver Star and Purple Heart recipient from Massachusetts.
And she just contacted me directly in Elke's way. She's not bashful.
Jim Fisher, a World War II historian, helped her in piecing the last remnants of her father's veteran legacy and helped her get those medals.
They put her on the list to send her the medals, and they said it's going to be, I believe she told me, 3 to 5 years.
Now that timeline wouldn't do.
Got a hold of Senator Tillis's office, and they very kindly helped to expedite the medals.
After a lifetime of searching, Ilka Weber finally found her father.
I wish I would have met him.
And while he died in 1991, never knowing he had a daughter, Ilka found something else.
And she fits in like she's been there forever.
Another family.
So I'm more free, and I see everything a little different.
In Jamestown, I'm Manning Franks.
All right, it is time for a quick break. Let's check out what's coming up next. A woman was left heartbroken when she was forced to give up her dog. We'll show you how her community came together to give her a happy ending. An incredible reunion is happening in Atlanta, and it is all because of social media. Here's what happened. A woman lost everything: her job, her home, and the dog she loved. But at this exact moment, she is now holding her best friend again, thanks to a community that refused to let her lose hope. Caitlin Ross reports on the tears and the tail wags.
Hey, girl, I thought I lost you. But I got you back.
After everything she lost, this is the moment Tiffany never stopped believing would come.
It's been a long road.
When Tiffany McLeod lost her job and then her home, the one constant was her dog, Lola.
It took a minute. You know, I slept outside with her. I slept in U-Hauls with her.
But when life kept breaking down, she made the most heartbreaking decision of all, surrendering Lola to Lifeline Animal Services so her dog could have the life she deserved.
I never stopped loving you. Like, I never wanted to drop you off at a shelter. I never wanted to let you go just a day without eating. I just wanted you to be a dog.
She wrote those words to the shelter volunteers every day, hoping that somehow they would reach Lola too. Those messages made their way to Jennifer Galloway and Erica Peretz with Rescue Me ATL, and they shared Tiffany's story online. One of the people who saw her letters to Lola was Vanya Miller.
Thank you so much.
Who felt called to help.
I was nervous. I never had a dog before. I never cared for a dog. I had no idea what to expect.
She was perfect.
Vanya loving Tiffany by loving her dog.
It meant a lot. People have been really kind to me over the years. I actually was homeless for a little bit in high school. I had to live with one of my teachers, so I felt like this was how I could give back.
Her act of kindness lit a spark that spread across Atlanta, shared thousands of times.
We often get messages like you're only helping dogs and not people too, but what people don't understand is like when you help dogs, you also can help people at the same time.
And this city proved that. In just 4 days, Atlanta raised $15,000 to help Tiffany and Lola reunite and rebuild.
When I saw all the messages and all the comments of people trying to help, it just meant a lot.
Those messages not just reconnecting a dog and her person, but giving Tiffany a fresh start.
I love you guys. I don't know what else to say, but I love you guys. Like, thank you.
Okay, we have an awesome update for you here. We are told Tiffany just landed a part-time job at Home Depot. And she says every other moment will be spent catching up on all the love she and Lola lost out on and their new beginning ahead. That was a great story from Caitlin Ross. Stay with us. We will be right back after this. Thank you for staying with us here on Featured. I'm Symphony Privet, and we are continuing to bring you uplifting stories across the country. In Maryland, an 11-year-old's daily bus ride led to an unlikely friendship that would steer his life in a direction he never expected. Sean Martinelli shows us how one simple act of encouragement shaped his future, bringing him full circle.
It all began with a bus. A bus and a transit-fixated, metro-captivated bus rider.
I think even if it meant I was a few minutes late to school, I would always wait for that bus. It was a highlight of my day going to school. I was always really excited.
Because Sam Mensimer knew at 11 years old, he'd start every day.
Hello.
With joy.
Hello, how you doing?
Joy Kenley, now a Metro station manager, was Sam's driver.
So every morning I would stand right behind the yellow line at the front of the bus and just ask question after question after question.
He wasn't concerned with the fare box. It was more the operations of the bus.
Pretty much anything from, what does this button do?
Different codes we put in.
Where do all the buses come from?
How you take the ramp out with the wheelchair.
Where do they sleep at night?
After a year of questions,
I was an expert on anything Metro bus related.
Which led Joy to extend an invitation.
One day I got on the bus and she was like, I have an idea. Do you want a tour of Northern Bus Garage?
For Sam, that gray garage might as well have been Disney.
I was having the time of my life.
He was overjoyed, like, wow, I get to do this?
It's been 11 years since that tour. The pair eventually lost touch. Until Sam showed up here at the Silver Spring, Maryland Metro station. This time, not as a rider.
I walked up and I was like, did you used to drive a bus at a Northern Garage? She goes, I recognize you.
Yes.
Sam turned his curiosity into a career. He's now a Metro engineer. As for Joy,
he didn't know that he was making my day just as well as I was making his. I had something to look forward to each time I pulled to his bus stop.
Every question,
yeah.
Every answer.
A lot of people don't realize that just doing your job on a daily basis has an impact on other people.
And he may have impact on someone else.
And it keeps on going.
Yes, it does.
All because of those rides when curiosity met joy.
That was Sean Martinelli reporting. Now, you may not think math and firefighting have a lot in common, but they do. Joe Monty stopped by a fire department in Connecticut to get a first-hand look at how first responders use equations to save lives.
From the length of the fire hose to the height and placement of the fire truck's ladder, South District Deputy Fire Marshal Ryan Parmelli says math is vital to their job.
There is a lot of mathematics on the entry exams. So if you don't pay attention to math class in school, you might not even get past the written exams.
Parmelli says it's important to reach kids at a younger age so they know to take their classes more seriously. With middle schoolers on the cusp of high school, students interested in a firefighting career can save themselves time and work by taking the right high school math classes. Yvonne Daniels, Middletown's curriculum supervisor for secondary mathematics, expressed how important it is for students to see how math is used off the paper.
So the goal is that we are always trying to connect math to real world, and we sometimes give the students like, hey, this is how this can be used, and they don't really think we're being serious. So this is a chance for them to experience. They get to touch, they get to feel, they get to see how it's being used instead of us just giving an example from a math book.
Kenichi Wachuku is an 8th grader interested in engineering at Beeman Middle School. He was able to better understand how math he's currently learning applies to some of the scenarios set up by firefighters.
We've also been looking at the trucks and the Pythagorean theorem, and using it and applying it to ladders, seeing how they can reach the different stories of buildings.
Fellow 8th graders Avery Quinn and Faith Brown say the event made them more interested in becoming firefighters.
Overall, it was really good. I kind of now am looking forward to becoming a firefighter, so it piqued my interest.
The best part was the water part where you spray the hose. We learned about what we learned about in science, friction, how much pressure you need, and if you're going up stories and all of that. And yeah, it was fun.
The STEAM program at Beeman Middle School stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Mathematics, and this trip to the firehouse is exactly what the school wants students involved in the program to experience. The South Fire District hopes to spark some kids' interest and maybe even get some future recruits out of events like this. Students tell me they're both excited and interested to see what the South Fire District does with the math they're learning in school.
And that was Joe Monty reporting. Let's head to Central Texas now, where some local students are taking their first steps toward a brighter tomorrow. The community is coming together to give away free shoes to kids in need. A school psychology coordinator says efforts like this make a real difference. She works with at-risk students every day and says one of her students had been struggling with a hygiene issue, all because of his worn-out shoes. She says receiving a new pair not only solved the problem, but also gave him a much-needed boost of confidence.
When you're around students, sometimes things can be a little bit cruel, but now he felt like every other student because he had some clean feet, clean socks, and brand new shoes, that were donated by our lovely community. Addressing those basic needs is very important for our kids to be successful in school.
You'd be surprised to learn what a new pair of shoes can do. She says it can help put struggling students back on track toward their high school diploma. All right, right now we are getting an inside look at a global community with chapters all over the world. Laura Porter caught up with artists in Portland, drawing the city they see one sketch at a time.
For Amy Stewart,
a great day for sketching.
It's all picture perfect. A chance to capture the contours of the city she calls home.
The trees, the people, the cars going by, just sort of the energy of the city. It's sort of a little record of where we are and what we did.
And soon,
hi.
She's not alone.
Hi, are you here for Urban? Yes, we are. Yeah, we're the Urban Sketchers group, so we're going to be drawing here. Oh my God. Yeah.
One by one, they arrive.
Yeah, I'm one of the Urban Sketchers. I've been here
filling the park for the monthly sketching gathering.
All right, cool.
This is our last trip. We went to OMSI.
Is it time? Should we?
Yeah, drawing the Nordstrom's building, the fountain, and got some people in the foreground, trying to get an interesting angle.
A global community.
The really great thing about it being an international group is that you can find Urban Sketchers anywhere.
It's in Poland. Yeah, I have some sketches from there.
Started in Seattle in 2007 by journalist and illustrator Gabriel Campanario.
Yeah.
A Portland chapter became part of the picture.
Yeah, it's fun.
A few years later.
For me, it's urban sketching is kind of a lot of things.
Rita Sobler was one of the first.
There were 50 of us, and there were artists from all over the world, and I felt instantly like I met my tribe.
Now boasting 500 chapters in 70 countries.
Yeah.
Bringing together everyday people.
I'm a tax auditor and I do tax hearings. Okay. So this is my chance to do creative things.
Transforming a city park, oh wow, into an open-air studio.
Everybody's welcome. You don't have to sign up, you just show up.
Turning Skechers.
Since I work in education, I noticed the ball said the teacher's fountain. I felt like that was a good choice for me.
Into storytellers.
I thought, what is the essence of this place? It's these balls, these round balls.
Each one painting their perspective on Portland, one moment in time.
The result is less important. What's more important is that you're here and you're absorbing what's happening.
That's the goal and the only rule. To draw what you see, not from memory.
Being a beginner is I know that I'm not going to make it look like a photograph.
With all skill levels welcome.
I just say try. Try. Because you're doing it for you. None of us are going to be in the Louvre.
Including photojournalist Kurt Austin and me.
That's you guys.
Maybe we're not in the Louvre, but we did end up etched in some sketch pads. Kurt is centered focused.
I started with you because you're the central figure. Yeah.
After 2 hours of detailing, doodling,
that is amazing.
Blending,
really good.
And brushing.
Oh, this is our throwdown.
It's time for the throwdown, where the Skechers share and celebrate each other's work.
Are you kidding me? That's fantastic.
They're amazing. Yeah, they're amazing. I really enjoy them.
They look great. They always look great. It's really fun to see what people put out at the end of the 2 hours. It's amazing what you can create.
Beautiful.
As the artists pack up their pencils and paints,
whoever wants to go march.
Life in Portland,
I think it's time.
Marches on.
Do you have your stamp?
But this moment, this version of the city remains.
Beautiful.
Frozen in time.
The drawing is just a souvenir of the time you spent out here.
A story worth preserving in a sketch pad.
This is just like the souvenir of just being here and observing. Yeah.
That was Laura Porter reporting. A group of artists are turning eyesores into masterpieces in San Diego. Jeff Sevely shows us how they are cleaning up overlooked communities with a paintbrush.
A paintbrush can be a powerful tool when placed in the hands of passionate people.
We definitely are living kind of in a concrete jungle here.
Kim Phillips P. is on a mural mission.
Can we get all painters to the front?
She's helped paint 5 murals in a matter of months.
Really, every wall I look at, I feel like could be a potential mural.
Kim leads the Southeast art team.
Here.
You were the visionary behind the actual mural.
Yes.
They're volunteers who mostly work for free and buy their own materials.
I mean, it just completely comes to life. Like, you're able to see kind of the grooves in the concrete.
This project at St. Rita Catholic Church is called Legacy Blossoms.
Before the larger-than-life succulents and California poppies were here, it was just a concrete wall.
The mural was sponsored by the Urban Collaborative Project.
This is what happens when a community comes together.
Barry Pollard, the nonprofit CEO, told me organizing like this is essential because the Calvary's not coming.
These neighborhoods in Southeast San Diego are underserved for a reason. And it's been that way for a long time.
Mr. Pollard can't help but think racism plays a role dating back to the 1920s.
Yeah, I think it is. There's no other reason for it.
And the way you do this is by loading up your brush really good.
Daniel Angeles with SD Riders also teamed up for the project, which is 250 feet long.
It brings color, you know, it brings color, it brings joy. It's just a big change, you know, something that we need.
Not only is the artwork pretty, it protects against vandalism. It's a community's way of fighting back.
When I see the graffiti, I see a wall that could be a potential mural. That's all I see.
Instead of graffiti, neighbors in Southeast San Diego will enjoy an ocean view and beautiful sunset.
It's long overdue, and I think we've heard from the residents here. As they walk by, they love it.
Instead of complaining about problems, volunteers fix them.
Gosh, you know, it just looks amazing.
Turns out walls don't always shut people out. In this neighborhood, they're an invitation to make new friends.
Oh, hi, nice to see you again.
In the Zevely Zone, Jeff Zevely.
All right, don't go too far. We have more featured for you straight ahead. Coming up, it is all smiles for this Navy veteran. He takes a flight that brings back memories of his 30-year career. Welcome back. Music has the power to move us, to make us smile, bring tears, and even fill us with pride. Sean Rice takes us to a retirement community in Arizona where children said thank you to veterans through song.
This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York Island.
Songs celebrating America and its veterans. Moving some to tears at Westminster Village in Scottsdale.
When the flag goes by and when young children sing, I cry.
It was just wonderful.
To see these young people like that, having such a good time and singing songs that we even sang when we were kids.
I just loved it.
These first graders from Sequoia Elementary School lifted the patriotic spirit of veterans in the room.
I served the United States Air Force.
In the U.S. Navy.
United States Army.
I was in the Air Force.
Mike Frawley flew jets for the Navy.
Flying off aircraft carriers was exhilarating and challenging. I flew an airborne early warning, which was our early days radar airplane for the fleet. It was an all-weather airplane. We flew an all-weather.
Larry Lincoln saw action with the North American Air Defense Command Band.
These were mainly musicians. I happened to play clarinet.
The band comprised of U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Canadian Royal Air Force.
We did play for a couple of presidents.
Barbara Corwin took her pre-physical therapy degree into the military.
Fortunately, the services wanted medical people, so I chose the Air Force.
George Zugmeyer served in Vietnam during the Tet Offensive. He still remembers the day he made it out alive.
So when that plane got off the ground and we realized we were out of that hellhole, the whole plane broke out in the biggest roar I've ever heard in my life. I will never forget that experience that I got out. A lot of my friends didn't, but I was able to get out alive, and that was amazing.
Every heart beats true, the red, white, and blue.
These youngsters may not understand what the veterans experienced, but their singing makes these veterans proud.
Be proud that you're an American. Recognize that America has all kinds of people.
That was Sean Rice reporting. Let's take it to Virginia now, where a Navy veteran got a chance to relive memories from his more than 30-year career as a service member. Derek Little was there, and he spoke with those who helped create this special moment in the sky.
Meet Navy veteran Frank Coffin, a man now of fewer words, but not a dimmer spirit. Pilot Sam Riggs says he could feel the excitement in the air before takeoff.
Climbed right in that plane like a 13-year-old, and it was awesome.
A life full of travel, time in the Navy, and more than a 3-decade stint at the local shipyard. Frank laid eyes on the plane he would be flying in today, and instantly you could see the joy pump through him.
On a new journey with his health and in life, and but he's, still spry as a jackrabbit.
A scary new reality for Coffin, battling a condition that takes away his cognitive ability, but also for his family, who are placing their trust with the staff of Hydenwood Retirement Community. Hydenwood's executive director says they attempt to bridge that gap and make life for those living with them a new adventure.
Peace of mind or comfort or
just a little bit extra positivity in that, loved one's day is impactful for us.
Frank, he just gave us a thumbs up and smiling the whole time.
Yep, it was amazing. Just amazing.
Memories and moments. They choose residents throughout the year to go on an excursion that matters to what they have done in their life. The team says seeing the happiness created is worth everything.
Wonderful experience is actually one of the most favorite parts of my job, to make sure that we keep that human component.
A man with a story to tell, reliving his glory days high above the skies of the Bay once again.
Memories washing over him. I mean, the man's lived here for so long. He's very familiar with the area, but seeing it from the sky and from a float plane, which gives you just an even closer look over these coastal areas, you could just see the memories washing over him. And
for Frank, it was a day for a good time.
Great.
You had a good time? Amazing.
It's a smile lighting up the back of the plane, telling 1,000 stories without words.
That was Derek Little reporting. We'll be right back with more featured still ahead. She was expecting a normal day at school, but what happened next left this teacher overwhelmed with joy and some students in tears. A teacher in Pennsylvania walked into a routine school assembly as Miss and walked out as Mrs. Gabrielle Mediak shows us the surprise proposal that touched her students' hearts, and it gave them a powerful lesson in love.
Also from Ms. Herbert's class, Braden Clancy.
That was the moment Miss Abigail Herbert got engaged to her longtime boyfriend, Braden Clancy, with a little help from her Ore Valley Elementary School family.
I think I just went into complete shock. I had no idea. As soon as I saw him with the flowers, I kind of put two and two together, but I was not expecting it whatsoever.
Honestly, I don't really remember what I said. I know I got "Will you marry me" out. Other than that, I have no idea. I couldn't even hear myself because it was so loud, but it was awesome.
Yeah. Let's do 10 times 2. How about that?
And those very loud screams you heard, they came from her very excited class of 3rd graders.
The students not only were screaming, I had a lot of students crying. I had a lot of I guess hopeless romantics in the classroom. I had so many tears.
A lot of them asked if we were married now, too.
Yeah, a lot of students in the school thought we got married in the gym.
Facing forward!
Teaching has always been Abby's passion.
My students are amazing. They're the most important, one of the most important things in my life. They are a joy every day.
And Braden knew just how meaningful it would be to have her kids involved in their special moment. So a couple weeks ago, he went to scope out the area and plan with school leaders.
I was away for a training at another building in Dallastown, so he took advantage of every little second that I was not paying attention or not here to kind of orchestrate that.
The staff played it off as an assembly where students were being honored for their hard work.
They announced the names and the students came up, and I had passed out all 12 prizes, and I went to go back to my seat and the principal's like, "There's one more."
And then when I was behind the stage getting ready to go out, I felt like my heart was going to fall to my chest.
And the plan went off without a hitch.
And I definitely wanted it to be in a way that she would never expect it, and it just ended up working out perfectly.
That day was just beyond special because I got to share it with, Braden and my family, and then my school family also too.
Oh, that is beautiful. That was Gabrielle Mediak reporting. All right, let's head to a celebration in Pennsylvania now. Sister Marionette Cole just turned 104. Ooh, all right, she was born in 1921. She joined the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary at just 17 years old. And now she is their oldest sister. Cole has seen quite a lot during her life, but her favorite part of it all has been working with children.
This one kid said to me one day, "You never get sick, do you?" And I said, "No, so don't plan on it." Because he wanted me to miss the damn school. I never missed a damn school.
Oh my goodness, Sister Call says her daily chats with friends, along with some games of Scrabble, helped her make it to 104. Congratulations to her. All right, that's it for Featured. Until next time, make it a great one.